Welcome to this explainer. Today we're unpacking a really powerful narrative fable to uncover a blueprint for success in both business and life. And honestly, it's completely universal. We're going to map out the exact journey from having absolutely zero to achieving massive legacy-building success. So let's just jump right in.
But before we get into the specific principles, I want you to imagine this scenario. You are completely broke. Your shoes literally have holes in them. Your stomach is completely empty. And right there on the floor in front of you, you find a wallet just bursting with cash. What's your very next move? Do you keep it? Do you try to track down the owner? Just hold on to your answer for a second, because this exact dilemma is going to change literally everything for our protagonist.
Which brings us to the story of Leo. He's a 20-year-old guy who starts out with nothing but dreams. He lives in this tiny village, really struggling with poverty, but man, he is fiercely optimistic. And a huge part of that optimism comes from this incredibly wise figure in his life, his grandma Rosa. Together, they represent the absolute starting point of our blueprint today.
Okay, so that leads us to section 1, starting with empty pockets, the foundation of hustle.
You see, creating your own luck absolutely does not start with your first big paycheck. It starts with your mindset when you're at rock bottom. There's this moment where Leo is pretending he isn't hungry before heading out to look for work. But Grandma Rosa, she sees right through it. She splits her very last piece of bread with him, reminding him that when love is shared, nobody stays hungry. It's a beautiful moment, but despite that warmth, Leo knows the harsh reality of his situation. He's got to get out into the village and find work immediately.
Because here's the thing, attitude is greater than circumstances. Leo faces just endless rejections. Door after door closes in his face, but he refuses to let those circumstances dictate his energy. Eventually, a store owner named Mr. Carter gives him a tiny shot, just sweeping floors. And Leo, he works with such enthusiastic effort that he actually breaks the broom. It's a pretty hilarious moment that gets a huge laugh from his loyal, goofy best friend Max. But it proves a serious point. Leo is willing to outwork anyone, no matter how small the task is.
Moving on to part 2. Honesty creates real opportunities. The catalyst.
So, hustle gets you in the door, right? But your character dictates where you go from there. And this brings us right back to that opening question and the ultimate catalyst for Leo's success. While cleaning up at closing time, Leo spots a loaded wallet on the floor. Now, his friend Max points out the obvious. This is life-changing money. It could solve all of Leo's immediate problems in a heartbeat. But Leo doesn't even hesitate. He simply says, "It isn't mine." He tracks down the owner and returns every single dollar completely untouched.
The owner of the wallet, who happens to be a wealthy businessman, is just totally shocked. He even admits that his own employees would have probably stolen the cash. Because of this incredibly rare integrity, the businessman offers Leo a job right then and there. It perfectly proves Grandma Rosa's point. Honesty isn't just a moral choice, it's a high-value business asset that opens doors money simply can't buy.
By getting his foot in the door through strong character, Leo suddenly has access to a world-class business education. And he doesn't just clock in and clock out. He acts like a sponge, absorbing everything and mastering crucial skills. We're talking customer service, sales, saving money, investing wisely, leadership, and time management. He's building success one decision and one skill at a time.
Now for section 3, resisting the quick fix. The test of character.
Listen, every upward trajectory is going to face a major test. You just can't reach the top without being tempted by a shortcut. For Leo, this test rolls up in the form of a flashy, dishonest businessman named Victor Blaze. Victor slides Leo this secret contract, basically urging him to get rich overnight by lying to customers and hiding product defects. It's the ultimate entrepreneurial dilemma, right? Victor's deceptive philosophy of overnight wealth versus Leo's philosophy of earning slowly but with total integrity.
Well, Leo makes his choice loud and clear. He dramatically tears up Victor's secret contract. He chooses the harder, but completely honest path, just outright ignoring Victor's taunts that he's going to stay poor forever. Leo knows something Victor doesn't. A reputation built on lies is just a house built on sand.
Real success is never built in a day. As we can see, Leo saves every single paycheck from his corporate job until he can finally open his own tiny, one-chair repair shop. And over the years, that small shop steadily grows into this massive enterprise with expanding branches. It even gets big enough to allow his funny friend Max to finally wear a real CEO suit. Although, in classic Max fashion, he immediately ruins the whole thing by accidentally sitting in wet paint.
Next up, section 4, surviving the crisis, the crucible of leadership.
Just when you think Leo's business is absolutely booming, disaster strikes.
A massive storm rolls through and completely damages his warehouse, ruining supplies and bringing operations to a dead stop. When the storm finally clears, his employees are in total panic. They're convinced they've lost everything. But this is exactly where true leadership shines. Instead of panicking with them, Leo redirects their focus from what they lost to what they still have, their courage and their ability to work day and night to rebuild the whole thing.
Leo's handling of the fallout is a literal masterclass in business. He prioritizes customer trust over immediate profit. Even with severe delays, he proactively reaches out and refunds anyone affected. Think about that. This radical honesty doesn't bankrupt him. It actually builds an unbreakable reputation, making his customer base fiercely loyal and his business stronger than it ever was before the storm.
Which brings us to Section 5, Defining True Wealth, the Legacy.
Flash forward years later, and Leo is a self-made millionaire making newspaper headlines. And of course, reporters are just flocking to him, begging for his big secret to success. But Leo completely strips away the mystery. He lays out this exact, repeatable 5-step formula. Step 1, work hard. Step 2, be patient. Step 3, stay honest. Step 4, never stop learning. And Step 5, always help others climb with you. That's it. No magic shortcuts, just consistent execution.
And he immediately puts Step 5 right into action. He doesn't just hoard his wealth, he invests his fortune directly back into the community. We're talking building schools, libraries, community centers, and funding scholarships. Through it all, Grandma Rosa is watching proudly, seeing this young boy who started with empty pockets completely transform his world.
Now, when Grandma Rosa congratulates him on finally becoming rich, Leo gently corrects her. He points out that the money was really just a byproduct. He actually became wealthy years ago, on the exact day he chose honesty over a quick payout when he found that lost wallet. As Leo stands before hundreds of young people telling them that hard work beats excuses and to build new doors when old ones close, this final message just beautifully distills everything we've talked about in this explainer. True wealth isn't a dollar amount sitting in a bank account. It's genuinely measured by the positive impact you have on the lives around you.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to take a close look at your own journey and really ask yourself, are you taking shortcuts or are you slowly building true wealth? What kind of legacy are you choosing to build starting today? Think about that, and I'll catch you in the next one.